Hi, my name is Daniel Logan, and I am the presenter of this project. My social justice project is about the design, procedures, and security of schools in relation to that of prisons. A report done by the Justice Police Institute came to a conclusion that police officers in schools do not make schools more safe or convey education any better than without police officers. The report also found out that police officers actually make the learning environment in schools worse, increase the number of arrests and referrals done on the youth to send them to juvenile detention centers, and destroy a child's learning environment by favoring punishments like suspension and expulsion.
Presence of an armed policeman in a school environment?
Absolutely not. I think it makes us feel you're always afraid.
I agree with the presence of armed policemen in my school as long as it's positive. It's a positive presence. If they're just going around harassing students and if they're just going around, pushing students to the limit and making students feel like they're in jail, and if they're being prison guards instead of protectors of the students, then they shouldn't be there.
Events like the one featured in these videos affect me because this is happening right now and most people don't even realize it. At my school, the zero tolerance policy is harsh. For example, say a fight broke out at my school and one kid was just trying to protect himself in the fight. During the fight, the school police officer will run to the fight and just start pepper spraying everywhere. Then after the fight, participants in the fight would have automatically 3 days of out-of-school suspension and more depending on the extremeness of the fight. Another thing that I experienced in school is the constant harassment of students not tucking in their shirts. If a student does not tuck in their shirt, they cannot come into the lunchroom and they get the rest of the day in in-school suspension.
Government spends more money on prisons than they do in schools, and how the schools lack resources and how they're in a criminal environment and therefore they end up in prison.
We've been to schools that treat us like we're animals. We've been to schools that don't trust us. We've been to schools that don't have no expectations of us at all.
If they expected us to graduate, they'll help us more and have more programs.
We don't have enough textbooks. We don't have enough qualified teachers in their subjects, but we have prisons that have everything ready for an inmate. I feel like it degrades. It's really frustrating.
The school I go to, we have a precinct on the first floor. Precinct right there on the first floor, and that makes me feel like more of a criminal than a student. I don't feel like they trust us too much, because if you do trust people that's trying to get an education, you would have metal detectors in the school, period.
A criminalized environment to me in school deals with the school safety agents.
If they're there to keep us safe, why do they treat us like we're in jail?
I wish that they will focus more on the education than suspending us.
Say that again. As you can see, this is a very common and serious topic all around the United States. These problems are becoming more and more common, with statistics from the U.S. Department of Justice reporting that the number of school resource officers have raised by 38% in the last 10 years. This doesn't make any sense because it has also been reported that this is the lowest number of reported incidents about theft and violence in schools since 1992, when it was first gathered by the National Center for Educational Statistics. Problems like this are shocking but true, so we have to end this social injustice. Thank you.
The school